Can you hear me, guys? Yeah, hey, how's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. I hope everyone is doing fine. Thank you so much for joining me this morning on this Sunday morning. Goodness me, it is match day. We are buzzing. It's match day. It's the biggest game of the calendar. It's the biggest game of the season. It's Manchester United against Liverpool today. Later on today, we've got a long day. We've got lots of build-up to come. Goodness me, I'm really looking forward to the game, to be honest with you. I'm a bit nervous, to be honest. I'm always nervous before a game, but I'm excited at the same time because I know if we pick the right team, we can get 3 points today, and that's what's most important. Guys, please, could you kindly subscribe to the channel and smash a like on the video? Very, very important for the channel's progression, etc. and stuff like that, if you know what I mean. But thank you guys anyway for joining me, absolute legends. Now, it's Liverpool against Manchester United, of course. Arsenal dropped some points yesterday. Man City didn't drop any points, unfortunately. It doesn't look like they're going to drop many points. And this is why it's so important that Manchester United do win today, do get the 3 points, because we cannot fall further behind Manchester City. What do you make of this whole Manchester City debacle at the end of the day? Look, you know, the sooner these 115 charges happen, the better, to be honest, in my humblest of opinions. I feel like they need to, I mean, obviously I'm not saying they're guilty. I'm not going to say that on stream, but nothing sinister like that. But as soon as these charges are brought to the courts, then that is absolutely, you know, perfect. Because at the end of the day, look, they, you know, what they've done over the years, the way they've earned their success, the way they've won things, you know, it's illegal. It's illegal, guys. I'm taking you to court. In talking about court, Manchester United could possibly take Arsenal to court in regards to Chido Obi Martin's transfer to Manchester United. Arsenal are looking for some kind of compensation deal. We have to wait and see what happens with that, because obviously it's gone very quiet in regards to Chido Obi Martin. I'm a big fan of his. He's a great prospect for the future. I do believe we need another striker in there like that, a young player who can come in and do the business for the future. You know, so Man United could be taking Arsenal to court. Who knows what's going on with that? Can we sort out a compensation fee with them? In regards to Arsenal, they had a red card yesterday with Declan Rice. Look, people are feeling sorry for Arsenal. I would have never feel sorry for Arsenal. I'm not going to feel sorry for Arsenal. I'm sorry, guys, but I wouldn't feel sorry for Arsenal because this. When we played Arsenal last season and we scored in the last minute and it was offside, apparently, right? They were bantering us, right? They were bantering us. Oh, look, listen, we had 2-3 decisions against us on that game. Did they complain? Did they complain? No, they didn't complain. When we had Casemiro sent off over the last couple of years and, you know, we had numerous players sent off wrongly, you know, decisions going against us wrongly. Do Arsenal come to our sympathy? Do they sympathise with us? No, they don't. The only way that this Premier League is going to change the incompetence that is the Premier League referees is by unity. But unfortunately, football is a tribal game. Football's a tribal game, so these teams are not going to go against a decision that is gone for them. And this is where the issue happens. We need to call out mistakes, even if it goes for you. Even if the decision goes for you, you need to call out the mistakes. We do. Let me just put these on, guys, because I look kind of darkish. Let me see. Yeah, let me put this on. Yeah. So yeah, no, Arsenal were complaining yesterday. So look, I ain't got time for it. Unless the league, they're going to unite and they're going to, you know, get together, these teams, then I'm not interested at the end of the day. What comes around goes around at the end of the day. If we have a decision go against us today, you think Arsenal are going to be jumping to our defence and saying that is unfair, this is wrong, and blah, blah, blah. Of course they're not. Of course they're not. Absolutely not, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. John O'Connell, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining the stream so early in the morning. Thank you, my friend. Delict has to start so we can play. Absolutely. So we can play high up the pitch. You got it, John O'Connell. Absolutely, we need to play high up the pitch. And Delict does need to start. We need to start playing our best players now, guys. Absolutely. Good morning, Brian. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Hope everything is fine. Looking forward to the game. Such a big game in the Canada. We cannot lose. We dare lose. We dare not lose. Basically, we dare not lose. No chance at all. We cannot lose this game. Man City are just picking up points for fun. Look at they swept aside West Ham. You know, we need to pick up points at the end of the day. We do. And beating Liverpool would be a great start, of course. Yeah, City looking sharp already. You know, look. You know, the sooner these charges come to the in full force, the better. To be honest with you, the better. But one thing we cannot deny: is the way they're ruthless, the ruthlessness of Manchester City. At the end of the day, football happens on the pitch. What happens outside the pitch is irrelevant. They perform on the pitch, they get the results. And that's what's the most important thing at the end of the day, right? Yes, the way they've got it over the years is wrong. The way they've cheated their way to it. They may say United have done this, United have done that. United built their way up from years and years and years of success and accumulated their wealth organically. Man City were given their success. If not, right now, let's be totally honest, right? This is a fact. Manchester City would not be anywhere near a Premier League title if it wasn't for Qatar, right? If it wasn't for, Abu Dhabi, pardon me. If it wasn't for Abu Dhabi, there would not be a championship contending side, would they? And this is facts at the end of the day. And they don't want to deny, they want to deny that. They want to try and, make excuses for it. They want to say, oh, we were successful, we will be successful, we're one of the most successful teams, blah, 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 back in the 70s. That's what they want to say. There's a number of people online think Man City's success happened through hard work and graft. No, they were given it. They were given it. Manchester United's success happened organically through history, right? Through history, through sacrifice. For all of that, winning European Cups in the 60s, for example. Do you know what I mean? Not a couple of years ago. Brian, if United had one more referral, the media would have been all on you. Look, if United had one charge, the media would have been on us right now. They'd be on what happened with that charge? What's going on with that charge? What's going on with that charge? They'd be on it non-stop. We know that, isn't it? We know what they'll be like. If we had 115 charges, God forbid, they would have sorted it out by now. They would have sorted it out by now. They would have actually probably relegated us if it was us. But you know what? Look, Man United are not perfect. We've bent the rules. We've done this. We've done that. But the one thing about Manchester United, right? We built our success. And the reason of the success of the Premier League is because of Manchester United. I'm not saying that just because I'm a Man United fan and blah, blah, blah. No, that's wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm saying because Man United's success, Man United put the Premier League back on the map. When the Premier League and English football was in the doldrums because of a certain team from Liverpool being banned from Europe, Man United put the Premier League back on the map, guys. They put them back on the map. And it's because of us making it popular, creating rivalries with Newcastle, Blackburn, Arsenal, for example. The Premier League became attractive. It became attractive. It's famously known that Roman Abramovich, the reason he bought Chelsea was because he went to Man United versus Real Madrid during the 4-3 game in 2003, it was, I believe. So after that game, he fell in love with the game because of Manchester United, Now, if it wasn't for Manchester United giving the Premier League a platform for investors to come in and buy football clubs like Manchester City, there would be no Manchester City at the end of the day if it wasn't for Man United's success. And the success that we built organically over the years, of course. So they need to stop defending themselves and say, do you know what? Thank you, Man United, for making us who we are. Because we have made you who you are. We've given the Premier League the success. We've given the Premier League the profitability, easier for you to say. Yeah, we've given them that. Look, people look at it and say, oh, you're hating. No, we're not. At the end of the day, we want what's fair for football. And the sooner these charges are brought to the fold, they're brought to court, that would be good, because at the end of the day, we need a fair competition. I don't care if VAR goes against us, as long as it's a fair decision. If it's a fair decision, I hold my hand up and say, well, it was offside. I couldn't argue with the Xerxes goal last week, because I said, look, at the end of the day, technically he's offside. He shouldn't have been in there. He shouldn't have touched the ball. If it's a fair decision, I don't mind. It's the cheating I don't like. I don't like unfair competition. Man United won things through fair competition. Man United didn't cheat to win leagues. In fact, we've had leagues taken away from us. I was at a game when Chelsea scored against us in 2009-10, wasn't it? And Drogba scored, and he was about 3 yards offside, and Chelsea ended up winning the league. I was at that game. You see, this is just about fair competition. That's all I want, and I want the right decisions and the right result, and I don't want people cheating. Look, at the end of the day, look, this FFP have come in, right? This FFP have come in when Man City have already built themselves. They've already established themselves. They've already built their academies. They've already built a squad. They've already got players coming through the conveyor belt of young players coming through. It's too late to start talking about FFP. This is what irritates me about FFP, because they come in now when Man City are already established, of course. It is unfair for the smaller teams who have to sell their young players, who have to, get profits off their young players. It encourages those teams to sell their young players, of course, which For me, I don't agree with it, to be honest with you. I don't agree with it. But that aside, it's up for Manchester United to win the game today to stop the talk of Manchester City. We need to put a challenge on now. We need to show some cojones. We do need to show some guts to go in that game today and win that game and carry on a run and win games. Go on a run. When was the last time we actually went on a run? We need to go on a run and we need to actually go out there and win the game today. Forget about draws. Forget about that. Press Liverpool, show them who we are. The crowd has a part to play as well. The crowd has a part to play. Absolutely, the crowd has a part to play. We can intimidate Liverpool. We can show them who's boss out there. We can scare Liverpool because it's been a while since we have been scary, of course. Now, this game is huge, for our aspirations for the rest of the season. God forbid, if we go and lose today, it's a big jump, isn't it, now? It's a big, steep gap between us and Manchester City already after the third game. This cannot be happening now. We have to go out there today and win the game, of course. And look, what happened in the pre-season is what happened in the pre-season. No one cares about pre-season. We beat Liverpool by 4 goals in pre-season. It doesn't really matter. It has no bearing on what happens in the Premier League. Today is the match. Let them celebrate their little friendly victory. Today is the match that we go out there and we win the game. That is what we have to do, guys. Brian, that game Sal gave Chelsea the advantage with 4 games to go. Absolutely, Brian. I was at that game. I had the season ticket that season. I was behind the Stretford end. Even from behind on the Stretford end, and you're looking towards, obviously, the West End, you're looking towards that. And even then, right, you can see it was offside. Even if I was behind it, and I could see Drogba going through. Even I saw it was offside. And I was like, going to my left and my right, it's offside, wasn't it? It's offside, wasn't it? If it was VAR in charge, that would have been offside. And Man United probably would have went on to win the league. It gave them the momentum, of course. Yeah. So people can't, look, Arsenal can show sympathy. Arsenal can cry. Arsenal can have all these, give me sympathy sort of things. Because the media, I love Arsenal, don't they? But at the end of the day, I don't care because look, you reap what you sow at the end of the day. What comes around goes around. Last season, as we said, the Arsenal against Manchester United game, Man United should have won that game 2-1. In fact, we ended up losing the game 3-1 because of decisions that went against us. There was a penalty in Rasmus. The offside of Garnacho was not offside. It needs to be clear and obvious. It was not offside, in my opinion. And the line that they drew was slightly slanted, so we couldn't see the exact offside, of course. So look, I don't really care. The thing is, football is so tribal now. Football's tribal, and people are not going to go against the decision that's gone their way. Even though, it's a blessing, it's God sent, that we need to get together and say, look, even if the decision goes our way, if it's a wrong decision, we call it out. But unfortunately, they don't want to do that. It's like they want the drama. They want the bad decisions. But if you want the bad decisions, if you want wrong decisions, then you're just not you can't complain when it goes against you, because that's the sort of environment that you want to create at the end of the day. And that's what Arsenal are doing, because whenever the results go for Arsenal, there was many times last season that Arsenal had decisions go their way. They don't complain about it. I didn't see it. Famously, Arsene Wenger used to do that, didn't he? I didn't see it. He used to do that all the time, didn't he? And that's the whole thing. That's the whole point with it. If you want right results, if you want competence, you're going to have to call it out when it goes your way too. I don't think they're going to do that. Good morning, Alex. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is fine. Happy Sunday to you, my friend. Happy Sunday. Brian Mourinho, Porter, skull, given offside, but he was 100% Porter went on to win the championship. Absolutely, Brian. And what would have happened? What would have happened if Man United won that game? What would have happened to Jose Mourinho? Would Jose Mourinho went on to be the great manager that he is? You see that football's fine margins. People cannot talk to us about offsides. They can't talk to us about offsides because we had the Nani sending off, of course. Remember that, don't we, against Real Madrid? We had that go against us. Of course, we had the Scholes against Porto that knocked us out of the Champions League. That was 2-0. I actually think Man United would have went on to win that Champions League that season. There's many decisions that have gone our way. Big decisions that have gone our way that have cost us big time. Many times it's gone our way against us. Worse than that for Declan Rice. For goodness sake, it's the first time Declan Rice has been sent off in his career. That shows you a lot, doesn't it? That shows you a lot. Arsenal rarely get these things against them, so they cannot complain. You see Arteta going online after on stage after the press conference and moaning about it and stuff like that. Look, I'm not interested. Unless you want to change things as a collective, don't moan when it goes against you. Because last season, a lot went for you, mate. A lot went for you. So let's not talk about that. When Man United, we've had some of the most ridiculous, awful decisions go against us, which were proven a week later to be wrong. We remember the choke from Casemiro, don't we? We remember that, don't we? And then the next week something worse happens, and then they're not looking at the fact that Old Trafford is on a little bit of a slope, right? They're not looking at that. They're just looking at that from the camera angle that, look, it was a red card, he choked him. No, he was below him. That's why, and he didn't choke him. And that's the whole point. That's what I'm saying. Look, they can't complain. Brian, yeah, absolutely, Brian. I agree with that. Absolutely. And you know what? No one can complain about Man United getting decisions because we've never got decisions. Now, in regards to Manchester City are going to carry on winning games. Of course, they're going to carry on winning games. They get away with cheating, And some people might say that sour grapes, you're sowing sour grapes. It's not sour grapes. This is facts, right? No one cares about Manchester City, right? I live in the Middle East and their stores are empty, right? At the end of the day. And look, they're dodgy, right? And they need to be put to the sword. They need to be taken to court. Absolutely, guys, absolutely. So look, that aside, it is the most important game of the season today. Let's not forget that it's Manchester United against Liverpool, which are the two most successful football clubs in the country. Organically, of course. So at the end of the day, it's Manchester United against Liverpool, and it is a massive game, and the win is so important. I really hope that Ten Hag picks the right team today. Today is important to pick the right team with De Ligt, with Xerxes in there. I don't want to see the same team against Brighton again. I don't want to see that. Look, it's irritating sometimes. Ten Hag does get irritating. He does pick the same team over and over again until it fails a number of times. We can't afford to drop any more points, so we have to play the correct team today. We have to have Garnacho, we have to have De Ligt, we have to have Xerxes, we have to have all those players in our team. Of course, the midfield is going to be Casemiro and Mainu. A little bit concerned because we've got no cover for them anymore. So if Casemiro goes off or Mainu goes off, we're in a little bit of a pickle, ain't we? So we'll have to wait and see in regards to that. Good morning, Brian, Alex, absolutely. Alex, that Nani word was crazy. Spanish teams by. Yeah, absolutely, that was crazy. That was not a red card. We all know that was not a red card. We saw it with our own eyes. It was unfair. It was harsh, and they were both going for the ball. And they said he put his studs up. For goodness' sake, Real Madrid have been clever. They're clever in regards to the dark arts of football. They know how to make the most of a situation. They know how to dive around. They know how to do all that stuff. And Man United should have won that game. Man United were fairly comfortable in that game. We were 1-0 up. It was easy. We weren't under any kind of threat. And then obviously we know what happened. We went down to 10 men and then the tide changed, didn't it? Man United would have went through in that game. Absolutely. And who knows what would have happened. Look, do we go to the press? Do we go to the UEFA? Do we say, oh my God, this was a terrible decision? Do we say that? No, we don't. At the end of the day, it goes around, comes around. It goes round and round the circles. Sometimes it goes for you. Sometimes it doesn't go for you, right? I have Arsenal fans bringing up the 2003-2004 game against Man United when we ended their run, when we won 2-0. They still bring up that game, guys. They still bring up that game. And that is the only game in Manchester United against Arsenal that I felt, you know what, we were a little bit lucky there. We did dive around a little bit. The referee was pretty kind on us. And he was. And I hold my hands to say that. But that's not to say that Arsenal didn't have loads of decisions that went forward then, which is why they ended up undefeated during that season. The Invincibles, of course, even though they lost 6 games that season. They dived. There was the penalty against Portsmouth that they kicked the player and then he fell down Perez and they gave a penalty to Arsenal when they could have lost that game. There's many times in the season. So let's not complain about that. All we want fair decisions. But to have fair decisions, we need unity from the clubs, of course. We need unity from all the clubs. Not if it just works out for you. If it goes your way, I don't care. I didn't see it. We need to call out these referees even if it goes your way. That's what we need to do. But I doubt these teams are going to do that. As I said, football is tribal. Football's too tribal, too much money involved in football. It's a matter of relegation and promotion and all that in between. Of course, it's a matter of that. Basically a matter of life and death, isn't it? So they're not gonna call out a mistake even though it went their way. Now, if that mistake Apparently, it was a mistake against Declan Rice. If that went for Arsenal, I guarantee you'll see Arteta saying, "Oh, the referees, they have a hard job. You know, you can't do everything. You have to understand that they have a very hard job." You know that's what's going to happen, don't you? You know that's what's going to happen in regards to Arsenal, what they'll do, because that's what they do at the end of the day. Man United, I can think rarely decisions have gone our way. Rarely decisions have gone our way. Rarely, especially recent years. Hardly anything I can say, well, you know what, actually, we shouldn't have got that decision, that was wrong. Rarely. The only decision I can remember in the last few years going for Man United was the Wolves one last season when Onana jumped up and he didn't win the ball and he ended up punching the Wolves player. And then it went to VAR screen and they still gave a goal kick. You know, that is the only one I could think of selectively, you know, that was a wrong decision which went for Man United. And even that was like, yeah, well, it was a bit of an accident, wasn't it? You know, so I don't want to hear any of these Arsenal fans screaming and crying. For goodness sake, what, they're going to make a Netflix series about that now? For goodness sake, you know what I mean? Brian, we would have foreign rest 100%. We should have foreign rest 100%. I do believe that. I believe that it should be like the Champions League. I feel like we should have a mixture because you know what? Some of these referees in England, let's not get it twisted. Let's talk about facts, right? Some of these referees in England a lot of them did not support Man United. And who were Man United when they were young? Man United were the most successful team in England. A lot of people hated Man United. I mean, I remember it. I had a lot of people from back in the day, back in the 90s, in the early 90s, the late 80s. We were hated even then. And then when we became really successful, we were hated even more. Don't think that these referees were not Man United haters. A lot of these referees are Man United haters. Like, as I said, I've been in media, I was in music for like 20, 25 years. I know who supports who. I know that the big media outlets, that most of them support Arsenal. You know, with the scattering of Liverpool. You know, so at the end of the day, I know for a fact that these referees don't like Man United. I know that. So I don't want to hear Arsenal complaining. It's cringe when they're complaining. Get on with it. If you're not going to complain collectively when it goes your way, you're not going to be, you know, just because it fits your narrative or the result went your way. You know, if you know, we need you to speak up when the result goes your way as well. If the decisions were wrong, you need to come out in the press conference and say, look, they got that decision wrong. We were fairly lucky. We shouldn't accept decisions like that, to be honest. Those decisions were wrong, and we need to improve those decisions because in the future, it can go against us. But they're not going to do that, are they? They're just going to say, look, you know, that is a wrong decision. We are hard done by. It's always against us. No, it's not. In fact, Arsenal have some of the most generous decisions in the history of football. And that's a fact. Is it Anthony Taylor ref today? I'm not too sure who's the referee today, but I wouldn't be surprised, Brian, because Anthony Taylor loves the Man United games, and of course we do have a very, very biased referee here who loves to give decisions against Manchester United. There's a few of them, of course, who love to give decisions against Man United. To be honest with you, I feel like what we have to do as a football team, we have to go out there and we have to win convincingly. As soon as we get out there, we have to press. As soon as we get out there, we have to be relentless. We can't let Liverpool settle on the ball. We can't let that happen. We need to go out there and be ruthless. We need to go out there and be relentless, of course. That's what's important today. I can't wait to do the watch along. I'm really interested to see how the game goes. Of course, if we attack, if we play well, you know, we can win the game. We can win the game. I believe we can win the game in midfield. I believe with Mainoo and Casemiro, I believe our midfield is on paper stronger than Liverpool's. I think we can get out their defence. I don't think their defence is invincible. I think we can get out their defence. And I think we can put them under a lot of pressure. I think if we put Liverpool under pressure today, they will fold. As they do all the time at Old Trafford. They folded last season in the FA Cup. You know, but we have to remember this. We cannot invite pressure on ourselves, right? We cannot be dilly-dallying on the ball at the back. We cannot be standing still at the back and passing slowly, giving Liverpool a chance to reorganise. You know, we can't be doing that. We got to get that ball forward and we got to be precise and we got to be assertive with our football. Not second guessing, where's Onana going to pass it this time? Is he going to kick it long? Is he going to pass it along the floor? What's he going to do? We need to be assertive with the football and know what we're doing. Players need to know what positions they're in and we need to have a structure about us and absolutely crush Liverpool today. That's what we need to do. We have a lot of pace, of course, but one thing I'm hoping and one thing I really hope is that he picks the right team first. Pick the right team first. Will Rashford play? Look, I don't want Rashford to play. I don't want Rashford to play. I just don't think he presses enough. I don't think he works hard enough. Look, there's nothing against Rashford as a player. I just don't think he's the right guy for this game today. And he needs to be dropped. Sniper Man, good morning. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining me again. Was it Taylor who gave Elliott a soft penalty last season against us? Yes, absolutely. It's been Taylor a number of times. If you go online and Google and write Anthony Taylor decisions against Man United, you'll be quite surprised. In fact, write down dodgy referee decisions against Man United. You'll see hundreds of decisions that have gone against Man United against these referees. You know, just in the last few years. Barcelona buying rest. Barcelona have been buying rest from the start of time. Now, I don't want to say anything sinister, of course, but Barcelona have had the rub of the green. They practice the dark arts. They did in the Champions League final against Man United. Many times they practice the dark arts. They do dive a lot. They break up the game. What they do, they'll get a little touch, they fall on the floor, and then the referee gives them a free kick. So you don't have time to organise yourself. You don't have time to attack and create a pattern of play because they're always diving on the floor, getting free kicks. And that's the problem what Barcelona do. Barcelona and indeed Real Madrid have been the same for many, many years. Of course, you know it, obviously. Guys, I hope Ugarte starts today. Ugarte can't start today, Sniper Man. Ugarte is not registered to play today. He will not play today. Ugarte, just to clarify, Ugarte is not in the squad today. He will not play. He's not registered in time and he's not fit either. So Ugarte will be playing for Manchester United after the international break, guys. Yeah, and I want to win today. Loss is no excuse. No, loss is no excuse. We have to go out there and we have to win the game. Of course, there is always an excuse to lose. If we go down to 10 men through a dodgy decision, then you have to say that's an excuse, isn't it? But at the end of the day, we cannot, on the pitch right now, we cannot be using excuses. We can go out there and we can beat Liverpool, right? We can go out there and we can beat them. We have to be confident and we have to believe in ourselves. Let's forget about what happened in that silly little friendly, right, in America. Let's think about what happens today, guys. Let's think about the win today. And if we win today, that will set us up nicely for the international break. Then after the international break, we will go on a run, a nice run. Fingers crossed, nothing happens during the international break. Fingers crossed we don't get any injuries during the international break. I'm very worried when it comes to the international break. I'm very worried about it. I think this international break is bad timing. I think this shouldn't happen now. I think it should happen in a couple of months' time. For goodness sake, let the team settle down, for goodness sake. Let them settle down. They've just come out of the Euros. And then you want them to play an international game as well. It's crazy, isn't it? Almac, when was the last time Eric Ten Hag took it to a top team? Normally he adopts the safety first defensive approach and hope to score on the counter. Will we take it to Liverpool today? I hope so, Almac. I really do, because I feel like we thrive when we play like that. We thrive when we play like that. Waiting for Liverpool to come at us, and if they end up scoring, then we're in trouble because we have to change our whole formation. It doesn't work. We need to be more positive on the ball. We need to be more progressive on the ball. We need to be ruthless. We need to press. That's what we need to do today. And I don't want to see us going at the back, passing it to Onana. Onana stops, looks around again, like he's crossing a zebra crossing, and then he passes it to the left. And then the left passes it back. Then we pass it to Rashford. Then Rashford passes it back. I don't want to see any of that today. I want us to see a relentless, pressing, quick, speedful football. Speed football. You know what I mean? Like we used to play when Schmeichel used to get the ball and he used to just hoof it away, down to Andre Kanchelskis, down to Ryan Giggs, one of those players, you know, back in the day. That's what we need to do. That's what Man United are, of course. I hope they do. I really do. Sniper Man, anyway, did you see the FC 25 player ratings? I haven't so far. I'm going to check it out today. Can I ask you a question? What was the rating of Garnacho and Rasmus? I want to know, please. I haven't seen it yet, but I do want to know that actually. Let me just type this in: the FC 25 player ratings. FC 25 Man United player ratings. Yeah, let's have a look at these player ratings for Man United. Actually, official ratings for this. Manchester United 25 ratings leaked. It's been leaked, hasn't it? So it's been leaked. So let's have a look at this. The FC 25 player ratings. I can't find it on here. You're gonna have to send it to me. Okay. So Bruno Fernandes is 87. Licha Martinez is 84. Okay. So here are the leaks for Manchester United. 84 for Licha Martinez. 84 for Matthias de Ligt. It's a high rating for Matthias de Ligt. Casemiro is 84. Andrea Nana 83. Luke Shaw 82. Sancho, he doesn't play for us anymore. Forget him, but he's 82. Diego Dalot is 82. Marcus Rashford is 81. Mazraoui is 81. Maguire's 80. Xerxes 79. Garnacho 79. Is that fair? Absolutely not. Euro is 78, not fair. Haaland is 78, not fair. Mount 78, too high. Lindelof 78, too high. Christian Eriksen 78, too high. Kobe Mainu 77, not fair. Anthony 77, same as Kobe Mainu. Bayende 76, Tyra Malaysia 76, Diallo 75, unfair, really unfair. Johnny Evans 74 and Daniel Gore 61. What do you make of that, guys? It's pure bias, isn't it? To be honest with you, it's pure utter bias and pure utter nonsense, isn't it? Man United, 4-star team now instead of 4.5. Absolutely, yeah. But you know, Man United will be better next season. Don't worry after winning the title. Don't worry. De Ligt is -2 now instead of 86. He's 84. That is bad, isn't it? You know, they love putting Man United ratings down, of course. Sniper probably will be down to come 8th. It's reactive, not predictive. Yeah, it's reactive. Exactly, Alex. It's not stated on by facts, isn't it? It's reactive. Some of those numbers there are absolutely crazy. To be honest with you, it's very biased. We need to get some younger players in there. Yeah, absolutely. We do. We need to get more younger players to there. I'm looking forward to seeing some of these young players come through this season. I'm really looking forward to it. Some of them played very well during the pre-season. I'm very excited about Shire Lacey. Of course, everyone knows I'm very excited about Harry Amas. I'm very excited about Collier as well. I really hope that during the League Cup game against, obviously, Barnsley, that we do play our young players. Because at the end of the day, Ten Hag, if we're going to criticise Ten Hag about anything, he is very stubborn in regards to playing the same team over and over again. He doesn't give these players a rest. He burns these players out. So I think like League Cup and stuff, we do need to think about young players. Even Sir Alex Ferguson played young players during the League Cup. Of course, I remember when we lost 3-0 to York City. For goodness sake, at Old Trafford, we played the young players, of course. Alex, but why is Rabiot 91? Exactly, Rodri 91, because it's biased. So Mainu has the same rating as Anthony and Mason Mount. Mad, isn't it, Almac? How does that make sense? How does Mainu have the same rating as Mason Mount? Doesn't make sense. Mason Mount hasn't played last season. How can they make that decision? That shows you that whoever's doing these results is probably an Arsenal fan, you know, honestly. No younger captain candidates. Yeah, well, De Ligt is a captain material, I think. Matchday United, big up Kenny. How you doing, my friend? This is Matchday. We have to win today, guys. We have to win today. We have to get on it. We have to do the business today, guys. It's no escaping today. When's FM25 out? I'm not too sure at the moment. It's usually out by Christmas time, isn't it? It's usually out by Christmas time. Before Christmas, it gets released. And then everyone... I haven't played, I'll be honest with you, I haven't played FIFA or FM for a very, very long time. I need to do a stream. I need to do game streams. So obviously, but I have to practice and get myself better. Because the last time I played my nephews, I lost 8-0. So the last time I played my nephews, I was rubbish. You know, I thought, you know what? I've been playing FIFA since FIFA 95, FIFA 94. You know what I mean? I've been playing since them days. I've been playing since Sensible Soccer and all that. You know, I thought I was smart. I thought, you know what? I'm experienced. Let the experienced head play the game. And I played the game, played the game, I played the game, I played the game, on the game, I played the game. I played the game on the game, and I lost 8-0. So at the end of the day, look, I need to do better. I need to practice before I do a computer stream, until I do an FM computer stream, a live stream with Sal Warner against any football team in the world. You bring it on, guys. Let me face you guys. We'll do one where I'm facing you guys. Absolutely. Time to finish our chances. Absolutely, Kenny. Time to not waste chances. Today is the day. As I said in the thumbnail, today is time now to stand up and be counted. We don't want any excuses now. We need to stand up and be counted today. The loss against Brighton is done. It's done. Forget it. For me, the season starts today. Today is where the season starts, and today is where Manchester United have to show themselves. They have to prove that they have the DNA to go out there and win against Liverpool and go on a run. Unfortunately, if we win against Liverpool, we're going on a sodding international break, which is badly timed, as I said, badly timed international break. And obviously, we'll come back and we'll probably reset, you know, back to default settings. I don't want to do that. I want us to go on a run. I want us to go on a run, and I want us to win the game, guys, absolutely. I hope we win the game today. It's so important that we do the business today, guys, absolutely. Rashford's to trip Trent today. Hopefully, if Rashford works hard enough, he will do it. I read that AC Milan has offered Rabiot 5 million plus bonus. That's less money than Eriksen. Surely we can afford to buy him. This is what I was saying. I was saying that this week. Why is Rabiot not coming in? AC Milan have been interested all week in Rabiot. I think that Rabiot's waiting on Man United. I think he's waiting on Man United. Let's see what happens. We've got until September to see what goes on with these transfers, these free transfers. Hamaso as well. I believe Hamaso is even more important. We do need a left back in there. We are very short on left backs, guys. We do need a left back in there ASAP, because we're playing square pegs and round holes again, and this doesn't work on a long-term basis, of course. Big up, Randy. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining the stream again, you legend. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a great Sunday so far. Let me just click that one. Brian, Rashford does well versus Scampool at Old Trafford. Yes, he does. He has a good record against Liverpool, scores a lot of goals. Let's hope he shows up today, Brian. I really do. At the end of the day, whoever plays today, we'll be supporting the team, and we hope they win the game. That is the most important thing. The most important thing today is winning the game. They ruined my mood last week. I was annoyed for days after that game, because it's one of them games where I felt like we should have won the game, guys. We should have won the game, but we didn't win the game. We missed our chances. You know, we missed the opportunity. Unlucky as well with the goal from Xerxes. I felt that the goal from Garnacho, if that happened, if that counted, I felt like we would have won the game from there at the end of the day. Guys, look, it's going to be a tough game, but, you know, the team should be, the most important thing is he picks the right team. He picks the right team. I wouldn't play Harry Maguire. I'll play De Ligt. I wouldn't play the false number 9. I'll play Xerxes. If you're going to play a false number 9, play it with Xerxes, like that. I'll play Ahmad and I'll play Garnacho with Casemiro and Mainu in midfield, with Bruno behind as a number 10. That is what I would do. That is exactly what I would do for this team. It picks itself at the end of the day. I just hope we don't make it complicated for ourselves. I don't want us to make it complicated. Let's just remember last season's game. When we attack Liverpool, when we go for Liverpool, they crumble. When we invite Liverpool at us, they score and they put us under pressure. So we got to attack Liverpool and put them under pressure. Let's not forget that it's Arne Slot's first real game in the Premier League. It's his real first derby. It's his first difficult game in the Premier League. Let's see how he reacts when he goes 1-0 down. Let's see how good manager he is if he loses the game. Let's see how he comes back from there. Alex, I'm going to pre-order FC25, I think. I don't play FIFA too much, but you have to get in it early to do well on Ultimate Team. Absolutely, you do. I haven't done it for years. I do have to get on that, of course. I will get on that, of course. Definitely, I'll definitely start getting on that. But although I've not been good on those on the games for a long time, of course. But you know what? I will bite the bullet and I will go for it. I will go for it, guys. Did you see a singer in a previous? Did you used to be a singer in a previous life? No, I didn't used to be a singer, but my great grandmother is an OBE. Her name is Jessie Matthews. She was an OBE. My brother is a rapper. There you go. My brother is a rapper, yes, and I've been an actor as well. I was on Channel 4 in a series called Dub Plate Drama. I've been on that. I am a ghostwriter. I do write songs and stuff like that. I've written for a lot of people. I can't say who because I'm a ghostwriter at the end of the day. I've ghostwritten for a number of people over the years, some big, some small. You know, I've been in music. I was in music 20, 25 years. So, yeah, you know, kind of, but not. I haven't got the voice to be a singer and I haven't got the grooves and the moves to be a dancer. So, there you go. I will select Rashford for a Liverpool game because he understands the importance of the match. I don't know. I mean, I absolutely feel like it should be Garnacho. But we'll have to wait and see. Regardless what happens, we hope that he pulls out a performance today. Today is such a big game. He needs to perform. Rashford needs to perform, guys. Absolutely needs to perform. We cannot have any subpar performances. November for Football Manager as well. I used to play, did anyone in this chat used to play Championship Manager? Am I the only one who still plays it? I still play the 2D Championship Manager. Does anyone here still play Championship Manager? For goodness sake, I've updated it with all the updated names as well. I've got all the updated players as well, you know, on Championship Manager. You guys don't know what you're missing. Sal was but a bad one. No. Oi, listen. This is no time for us insulting Sal Day. This is not Sunday Salt Sal Day, is it? Is it? No, it isn't. Listen, yeah, don't be like that. Don't be like. Yesterday I was quoted as saying that I'm 20 years older than I am. Yeah, which you guys absolutely, you think you're smart, don't you? Think you're smart. Don't worry about it. I'll get my revenge. When I smash you on F25, don't worry about that. I will get my revenge. But yes, guys. Today is the day. Today is the day to stand up, be counted, and that includes Rashford. If Rashford plays, which I'm probably certain, I'm almost certain he's going to play this game. If Rashford plays, then, you know, he better perform. He better perform. We know what's going to happen though. We can predict it. It's going to be Rashford. Garnacho will come on with about 60 minutes gone. He will cause Liverpool more problems, blah, blah, blah. It's always the same thing. We can predict it, can't we? As long as we have the right formation, as long as we have the right players playing up front, we need Xerxes, we need Bruno behind us at number 10. That's what we need. Ahmed on the right. You know, whether you have Garnacho and Rashford, okay, that'll sort itself out. But the left-back position is an issue because if you haven't got a left-back, it does affect the left midfield. And this is what I've been crying out for. A left back, an imbalance on the left side can imbalance the whole side. And this is the problem. When Rashford fries, when Garnacho fries is when we have Luke Shaw playing as a left back, right? At the moment we have square pegs in round holes. We have right footers on the left back, left footers on the right back. I didn't want to see that, you know, and this is why I'm really hoping that we do get Helmar so we can still sign him on a free transfer, of course. Hopefully. Was it IMA manager back in the day? You know, that game was boring, banging. No, it was Championship manager. I didn't play IMA manager. I played Championship manager, which is the most addictive game of all time. If you check out Championship manager, my guy, the last Championship manager was like 20 years ago. But if you get it, I've got the updated version. You can update it, right? You can update it. Or if you look on YouTube, you can update it. And I've got all the latest players. I know it's 2D. Right, but the game is so addictive. I was playing that. I still play it from today. I still play it to this day. LMA, I didn't really get into it. But Championship Manager, my goodness me, it is the most addictive game of all time. Absolutely. I still play it. Could Eric Ten Hag turn Anthony into a left back? Would that work? It could work, but the fact that Anthony doesn't even play left midfield is a bit of an issue because he's left-footed and he doesn't play left midfield. I don't like the inverted wingers. I don't like inverted fullbacks. I like fullbacks who play with their natural position under Sir Alex Ferguson. Of course, we always played with our natural foot. Of course, we always did. Apart from Dennis Irwin, who was right foot and left foot, you know, we generally played with our natural foot, you know, and that's what I would like to see. And Anthony has never plays on the left, even though he's left-footed, which is crazy, isn't it? I don't think he'll do that badly as a left back. In fact, I think he comes across as a left back. He does come across as that type of player. He comes across more as a left back than he does as an attacking player, in my opinion. Don't you think? I just feel like he comes across more of that type of player, that aggressive left back type of player. I don't know why people don't see this, you know, but the thing with players like Anthony, they're very, very stubborn in regards to being versatile. They want to play their position. They don't want to move from that position. A bit like Sancho, didn't want to move his position, wanted to play in the left midfield, but we didn't play him on the left midfield, even though we bought him as a right midfielder, of course. You know, these players, they're very stubborn in the way they are. They don't want to evolve. They don't want to, change their position. You know, great players over the years have changed their position. Check out Ryan Giggs, for example. Ryan Giggs knew he couldn't run anymore on the wing. He couldn't bomb up and down the wing anymore. Ryan Giggs. So he ended up moving into the centre of midfield and ended up becoming kind of a Pirlo-esque type of player, you know. And this is what players need to do. You need to evolve. You need to keep yourself fit. You need to get well conditioned. And if you're a great player, you can play. If you're an attacking player, for example, like Ryan Giggs, and you're a great player, you can play in anywhere up the front line, up front, left wing, right wing, centre mid. You can. Hell, you can even play right back, left back. He was that good, Ryan Giggs. Players like that, they're world-class players, and they play anywhere the manager asks them to play. Unfortunately, nowadays, we've got players who've got ego. They don't want to change their position. They don't want to play left back. I don't want to play left back. And then if they say that they don't want to play it, then we can't force them to play it, because obviously they're going to down tool probably. Ahmad Adil would be fantastic wing back, but he has lost his temper last time he played there. Absolutely, Alex. We all remember when he came on the pitch and he gave that disgruntled look on his face when he had to go left back. Look, at the end of the day, you do a job for the team. If the team benefits from you doing a job for the team, you do a job for the team. I don't want to see any moaning at Man United that you have to play there, you have to play there. Me, myself, I would play anywhere on that pitch. I'll play in goal if I had to. Rio Ferdinand played in goal. John O'Shea played in goal for Manchester United when they were called upon it. You have to do what you have to do, which benefits your team. We all remember John O'Shea, don't we, at White Hart Lane, didn't we? And he kept a clean sheet. We remember that, don't we? He was brilliant, to be honest. And Rio Ferdinand, of course. But Rio Ferdinand played in goal against Portsmouth when we should have won the treble that year in 2008. We should have won the treble that year because of we were cheated out. We've been cheated from back in the day. We've had games from back in the day that we can remember we've been cheated on. We're talking about 20 years ago. And we've been cheated on, you know, and we can remember it to this day. If we didn't get our players unfairly sent off in that game, we would have won the treble. because the run was very easy. So I believe we would have won the treble quite easily, and it would have been 2 trebles for Manchester United. Yeah, absolutely, Alex. Yeah, guys, yeah, so today is a massive day. Today is what's important is that we win the game. How we win the game is not too important to me. I just want to go into that international break with 3 points. 6 out of 9, not too bad, not perfect, but it's not too bad. At least we've beaten Liverpool, one of the big guns. And that is what's most important for me at the end of the day. We go into that game and we win the game. We lose the game, we dare lose the game today. Then you know what the media barrage is going to be like. You know what they're going to be like. You know what the Sancho FC guys are going to be like, for example. You know what they're going to be like. The fans that are against Ten Hag, the Ten Hag outers. You know what they're going to be like. We don't want that anymore. We don't want none of that noise. You know what I mean? We can take it from the media. We know we're disliked from the media. We can take it from them. But when it comes to our own fans, then at the end of the day, I expect our fans to support us, guys. Absolutely. Amak, I think Bruno would play goalie if the coach asked him to. Absolutely, he would. It's the mentality today. What's up with your line today, Sal? Is my line okay now, Brian? Is it okay? Can you hear me? Okay? Sorry about the line. Of course, I think it's the internet is being blocked again. Sometimes it does that over here. Sorry about that if it happens, guys. If it keeps blocking, I'll try and get it fixed, of course. Over here, the internet's not like UK. It's not like the UK, unfortunately. It's not like that. But guys, if you can see me, if you can hear me, fantastic. That's great, guys. That's brilliant. No, hopefully it's not a sign to things to come against Liverpool, of course. Hopefully we beat Liverpool today. Hopefully it's not a sign of things to come, of course. We hope so, guys. So look, today is so important in regards to the future of Manchester United, in regards to our aspirations for the season. Today is very hell of important. Sal, the team lineup low. What's your lineup? Oh, sorry, mate. Oh my God, duh. You know what, Brian? Listen, Brian, it's Sunday, mate. You know, you know what I mean. The lineup for the game, as I said, I think it will be Onana in goal. Right back will be Mazraoui. Centre back, right centre back will be De Ligt. Left centre back will be Licha. Left back will be Dalot. Centre midfield will be Mainu and Casemiro. Number 10 will be Bruno. Left, I want Garnacho, but I think he's going to play Rashford. Up front, I want Xerxes. I think he's going to cause a problem in there if we play Xerxes. Right midfield, it'll be Ahmad for me. That's my team for the game today. And I think that if we rotate well, that would be great. If we can rotate the game better than we have. If Ten Hag can do better in-game management than he did last game, of course, that would be brilliant. In EPL, Shah, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Welcome back. In EPL, all teams not respect United anymore. They're not fair playing the United. What's your opinion? Is it true or not? Man United, back in the old days, Shah, we used to be scary. Teams used to lose the game before they even come out the tunnel. Teams used to look at Roy Keane, they used to look at Wayne Rooney, they used to look at these players, Eric Cantona with his collars up, and they used to look at them and they used to lose the game before they even walked out the pitch because the intimidation of Manchester United. We've lost that over the years. We have. We've lost that over the years. We've become a soft touch. At Old Trafford, we've become a soft touch. Our first season under Ten Hag was good at Old Trafford. Our second season was bad at Old Trafford. So we got to be scary again. Now, players like Ugarte coming in, that helps. That helps. That helps us be scary because we needed that enforcer. We needed that aggressor. We need more players like that. We need 11 captains. Manchester United always used to have 11 captains. Every single player on that pitch, whether it's Ferdinand, whether it's Vidic, whether it's Gary Neville, whether it's Dennis Irwin, whether it's Wes Brown, whether it was Keane, whether it was Hargreaves, whether it was Solskjaer, whether it was Beckham, whether it was Giggs, whether it was even Dwight York, even Andy Cole. These were all captains of Manchester United. They were all captain material. We need to regain that, and we need to regain our fear at Old Trafford. Now, it's not just the players who need to create this fear. It's the fans as well. We need to make the ground more intimidating for the fans. I think that the fans are not intimidated enough. We need to make Old Trafford a fortress again, like it used to be. At the moment, it's too welcoming, I think. We need to make it more intimidating. I went to a game against Roma when we won 7-1. And I remember before the game, I was outside Old Trafford and there was riots before the game, right? That hyped up the crowd. it hyped up the crowd. Not that riots are good, of course, they're bad, but that hyped up the crowd. When I went into the stadium, the crowd are already buzzing. Then we started bringing out these ex-players, these legends and stuff, and it started hyping up the crowd even more. The crowd were buzzing in that game. They were buzzing. There were noises. Their noise was deafening. I felt sorry for Roma. I felt sorry for Roma. Man United were 5 up in the first 40 minutes. Ronaldo was killing it. You know, Rooney was killing it. It was back then. But that all come down to the crowd. The crowd was so intimidating. I felt sorry for Roma in that game. And that is the type of atmosphere that we have to recreate today. We rarely create these atmospheres anymore. We need to create these atmospheres. That's why I'm an advocate for stands. I think that stands are good. Safe standing is good. You know, if we can create an atmosphere again, if we can create an intimidating atmosphere, honestly, it'll get us points next season. Kazi, good morning, guys. Good morning, Kazi, my friend. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're feeling good this Sunday. Of course, 3-2 winner today is my prediction. I think we were surprised then with 2 early goals. Absolutely, Alex, look, I'll take any win today. Any win today would do for me. Whether we win with a corner off the backside, no matter how we win, as long as we win the game, because we go into the international break and then we're in a good place, right? As long as we beat Liverpool, 6 points out of 9. Not the best, but not the worst. So we go on from there, and then after that, we can go on a run. And that would be great, of course, because we need this. We need this. Today, we need this decent lineup. That's what we need, Kazi. We need the right lineup. We need pace. We need power. We need players who are willing to work. We need players who are willing to run. That's what we need. Unfortunately, with Casemiro, we don't have that. I would like to see Collier given some minutes, even if it's 10 minutes at the end of the game or 20 minutes. I would like to see him given some time at the end of the game, depending on what the result is, of course. Kenny fan, Gennady needs to start, but knowing Ten Hag, he will start Rashford. Absolutely, Kenny, I totally agree with you, my friend. We will start. We know he's going to start Rashford. He's not going to drop Rashford. Sadly, he should drop Rashford, but he's not going to drop Rashford. I doubt it very much. We need to rebuild the fortress. Absolutely, Alex, we need to rebuild it. We haven't had a fortress for a long time. We haven't been scary for a long time. Manchester United need to be scary. We're called, our nickname is the Red Devils, for goodness sake. We're not even, what are we now? The Red Ponies. We're so soft at Old Trafford. We need to recapture the scariness about Manchester United. We need to recapture the intimidation about Manchester United, the aura of Manchester United. That's what we need to do. But unfortunately, in recent years, we've become more accustomed to losing and accepting losing. Oh, we go again next game. We go again next game. Forget all that. We need to win this game. None of that down-tooling, none of that business. We go into that game today, and the first thing we do is we put in a crunching chat tackle on Liverpool and let them know that we are ready today. Let them know that we are ready today. Kenny, we need to improve our away record. These teams get 10 sides, which is more important. We need to improve a lot about our squad, our team, of course, about our results, about our away records. It's atrocious, especially against the top 4. It is atrocious. We have been unlucky over a couple of games, but it is atrocious in regards, if you talk about stats, it's very atrocious. We need to improve that. We need to improve our results in general. We came 8th last season. We need to start winning games, and we need to improve, most of all, our goal scoring record. We need to score goals. You cannot win games without scoring goals. We need to start scoring goals and start winning games. You know, that's what we need to do. Exactly. The fear factor is lost, but we can recapture that, Randy. We can recapture that. There are ways to recapture that. We're Manchester United. We're the biggest club in the world, for me. Definitely in England, right? We need to recapture that. You got Man City with their prawn sandwiches. You got them sitting there with the voices shut. Exactly, Real Madrid are taking them the ish out of them last season, of course, about the way they are. About the way they are. They will take, you know, they're a fake team, you know, and we need to show them who we are. You know, when we go to Anfield, is it not intimidating? Is it not noisy? Is it not, you know, scary? It is a little bit, isn't it? You know, we need to recapture that at Manchester United. You know, we need to recapture the atmosphere at Man United. We need to make it more of a fortress. It used to be a fortress, but it's not anymore. It's too much tourism going on. You know, it's too much people like in awe. Look, oh my God, I'm at Old Trafford. We need to be scary. We need to show them. Scream at the top of the lungs. When I used to go to Old Trafford, I couldn't speak after the game. I couldn't speak for 2 days. I used to go work the next day, and I couldn't speak for 2 days. I mean, and I had to speak my job. Alex, Kenny Ericsson got top 4 with a strong home record first season. Yeah, he was brilliant in his first season. Brilliant in his first season. And we need to recapture that. We need to do that more. We need to keep Old Trafford as a fortress. Almat, Varane has been removed from from his new squad. I think he has injured and that has terminated him. Can't stay fit. And we had him all last year for 2 years, didn't we? We had him for 2 years and look at him now. Wasn't he at Como? At the end of the day, they cannot play weak players who are not playing. That's probably in his contract that, you know, it depends how much game time he's going to get, you know. Alex, yes, but the away record against top team was horrible. It is absolutely awful. And these are the things that we have to improve. We know what we have to improve. We know what we have to improve. We know we're bad against the top 4, away from home in particular. But we were poor at Old Trafford last season as well. We've got to improve everywhere. The whole thing needs to improve. Last week, we lost the game. But this is the same old. The same old, the same old. This needs to change starting from today. Today, for me, is when the season starts. The season starts today for me. The season starts today. Absolutely. And I'm not bothered about what happened at Brighton now. I'm forgetting what happened even in the Fulham game. Today is where the season starts, guys. Kenny Fantes, facts out, no excuses this season. Absolutely no excuses now. This is the 3rd season. We need to start doing actions. We need to see improvement. Drastic improvement. We need to be in the top 4. We need to win a trophy or 2, in my opinion. I predicted at the beginning of the season that we could challenge, you know. We could challenge if we cancelled out all the mistakes that we keep making. If Ten Hag stopped making the same selection errors, if the players stopped down tooling and stuff, I thought, you know what, this is a new season. We won't get as many injuries as last season, touch wood, and it'll be good this season. You know, we won't have the off-field issues. Now we've got no excuses. We haven't got off-field issues now. You know, we're good. You know, in regards to that, we got a full team together. Of course, some of these players are not match fit. But the team is together, there's no injuries. Now is the time, apart from Rasmus, of course, now is the time to go for it. Go for it. Believe in it. We're Manchester United, we should believe in it. We're not Coventry. We believe in it, for goodness sake. You know, we have to believe in that we can challenge the season, guys. That is what's most important for me today. Now, I'll be here live later on for Chatterbox, guys. Before the game, I'll be on Chatterbox at 2 p.m. UK time, 5 p.m. Middle Eastern time, 3 p.m. Central European time. I'll be live for the watch along at 6:30 p.m. today, 6:30 p.m. Middle Eastern time, 3:30 UK time. Of course, the game kicks off 4 p.m. UK time. I'll be live at 3:30 UK time. I'll be doing Chatterbox first, all the way up until the team selection. Then I'll have a little reaction about the team selection, and then I'll go live at 6:30 for the game, guys. So I have a little break and then I'll go live for the game. So don't forget, I'm live 2 more times today for Chatterbox and the live watch along, guys. So it'd be great to have you on board. Be great for you to pop your head in just to see how I'm doing. That'd be great, guys. Thank you, Brian, you absolute legend. Thank you, Almac, you absolute legend. Absolutely, we are facing Jose Mourinho in Europa League. I know, massive. Fenerbahce, we play Mourinho's Europa League with Fred, of course, playing for them. Let's not forget, Fred is playing for Fenerbahce right now with Jose Mourinho. So you know what? It's going to be a hell of a few games in that Europa League. We got Rangers as well. That's no mean feat. That's a big rivalry as well. Glasgow Rangers, of course, is a massive rivalry, guys. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a brilliant show. It's gone so quickly. You guys are legends. Thank you for everything. Thank you for joining. Please don't forget to join me later on for Chatterbox. Please don't forget to pop your head in for the watch along if you can. I know you're going to watch it on TV, I know, but you know, get me on commentary. Get me on commentary. You know what? It's a more real commentary than the commentary you'll be listening to on TV, of course, guys. Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. And glory, glory, Man United. We can do this, guys. Keep the positivity. Anything can happen in football. This is the start for me. This is the start of our season. For me, this is the beginning of the campaign. Forget what's happened in the past. Forget what's happened against Brighton. What happened against Fulham. We're not interested in that now. We're interested in winning the game, guys. That's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in winning this game, guys. I'm Sal Warner. This is Stretford Post. This is Breaking Dawn. I shall see you later. Take it easy, guys, and have a great Sunday. Peace.